Welcome once again to a Tin Dog podcast, this time talking about episode 6 of The Sandman, The Sound of Her Wings. Now normally I record these in the morning because I've watched them, but I was on the early shift at work, so I couldn't really nip out to my lovely office and spend some quality time with you, my beloved and probably attractive listeners, readers, viewers. Today's Sandman consists of death. Oh yeah. Now, as you can see, this is, well, how we saw death. You saw this in the past. I was a little bit fixated over the years with death. Now, today's episode, The Sound of Her Wings, the character of Death was played by a brand new actress who I would look up on my phone, except I record these on my phone. I'm sure I'll put a name here at some point. Basically, there are two brilliant stories in Sandman, the Hob Galding's story and The Sound of Her Wings, and they're both in this one episode, and they've been realised in front of us perfectly. Some of the single best lines from the comics appear here almost line by line. The only thing that was missing that I had a serious memory of is the child talking and going, "Hey, is this all I get?" And Death says, "You get what everyone else gets. You get a lifetime." And the idea of a talking kid in a comic, when it's such a heavy bit of literature, you're fine. But the idea of a talking kid in a TV series who's a baby, well, it just doesn't work. You end up with the kid from Roger Rabbit. It's not going to work. They made a definitely good decision on that one. I want to enthuse for hours and hours about this, but everything I say couldn't possibly be as good or as impressive as what you actually watched on TV. What you saw there. Because it was gorgeous. And the Hob Galding, oh, so good. Yes, alright, you've got a bit of Jenna Coleman in there playing Joanna Constantine. There's a family resemblance. How do you feel about when people do that? I'm never 100% certain, but if you've paid for her, get it. I know there's a lot of people out there saying let's have our own Constantine TV series, which we'll probably get at some point. Let's face it, there's more people watch The Sandman than probably have Netflix subscriptions. What's the count as of today? 69 million worldwide? That's impressive. You've got to be pleased with that. It probably means the rest of the, 8 stories, novels, volumes will get made, or at least a few of them. I don't know where this is going. I know that Desire has turned up. Oh my god, the casting on Desire. The galleries. Sorry, I'm just saying random words, but I love this beyond belief. I love the bit about the slavery business, because that meant so much. I mean, let's face it, I was reading this in 1990. These were very formative years for me, and this comic was just so good. So yeah, there'll be some people kicking off going, "Oh, I wanted my pale goth." So what? You know what? I liked Death so much in this issue that when I was 20, I formed a theatre company, and in order to get funding for a production of something that we called Real Genesis, of which I'm sure there's no video of, I needed to have a name for the production company, and the production company I called was the Peachy Keen Theatre Company, because Death says it in this episode. She doesn't say it here. She also doesn't say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, which she does in the comic, but she does quote Mary Poppins, and given the fact that this isn't on Disney Plus, that's pretty good. Dancing around the edge of copyright is fine by me. So, did I enjoy it? Of course. Did I think it was exquisite? Yes. Do I prefer it to episode 1? Probably, because it's got Death in it, and she's just personified the character so perfectly. And you know what? They never outright call her Death, as far as I can see. I just loved this episode. And because the Funko Pops have already existed, I want, nay demand, a series of the Seven Endless. and all of the rest of the characters here for me. How much would a Goldie cost? Yes, you could have Cain and Abel in a box set and a tiny little Goldie, but a little Goldie with possibly a bobbly head? It makes itself. Just give us the Funko Pops. Actually, no, stop it. What you need is our Lego sets. It's the 90th anniversary of Lego, and I want Dreams Castle. I want the tiny little Sandman to stick with my lovely little Lego people. Because that's what I like. I want the merchandise. I want these characters, and I want them in Lego format and Funko. Just shut up and take my money, because this is just brilliant. I've spent my life wanting this to exist, and it does. And it's better than I imagined, and I didn't think that was possible. Look, I've enthused too much. If you've watched the episode, you already know how much you love it. And of course, The Prodigal. Well, we'll get round to those at some point, I'm sure. Flashbacks with Joanna Constantine, and then again, Galding? Hob. Robert. Who cares? It works. The man who just loves life, and he isn't particularly clever, he just keeps living. It's all going to be all right. And it's nice that the Sandman has a friend. Actual character development in one episode. Ha ha! You don't see the likes of that on TV no more. Why did I just make that noise? I don't know. Look, I'm going to shut up, because you're wasting time watching me when you could be just watching the episode again. There's 4 left. 4? Hopefully there'll be another series. But you know what? Even if there isn't, this has been perfectly formed and perfectly performed. And exactly what I wanted. Until next time, be seeing you.